not sure why it's not. Oop. Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the Meta-Two NXT AfterShow here with your host, me, Katrina, and my twin, Shay. How are you today?
I'm prospering. Finn Balor beat up Damien pretty good yesterday, so prospering is the best thing I could say.
Well, I have no problem with Finn. It's another one I don't like. That other blondie gal with some face that I don't like.
See, you get it.
I am fine. I am tired. I was doing mom stuff today, so I'm like tired. But happy to be here. Happy to be here. All right, let's get into the episode. So the first was a tag match between, or rather a rematch between, well, not really a rematch, but a tag match between Duke Hudson and Riley Osborne versus Axiom and Nathan Frazier. And so Ridge kind of like gave a promo about his journey, which I'm like, all right, I guess nobody asked for all that, but whatever. And there was like a bit of a like celebration from Tissue to about last week the winning tag team championship belts, and Axiom and Nathan Frazier were interrupted, challenging them to a rematch. And they thought, I guess, the match, Nathan and Action thought the match would be sometime later, but Duke and Riley kind of ripped off the pants of Should wrestling gear, which meant they had to get past this match first to have the rematch. And so this was a very, I thought, really solid matchup. There were some moments where Nathan hit Riley with like a superplex. It's like a brain buster super kick combination, which was really solid. I thought surprisingly Riley did well, and this is not like any shade to him. It's just because I felt like his match has been very hit and miss, and so I thought he did well. I thought he definitely upped his game, especially with going against Nathan and Axiom. I thought, sometimes when you're somebody who's not like Nathan and Axiom are considered faster wrestlers, they're speed type wrestlers, and he kept up with them. So being that they were both on the same wavelength, Nathan and Axiom would win this match to, I guess, get their rematch for the team championships at No Mercy. But I thought this was really good, and it's very possible just because, we do have this whole Duke, we have Andre, we have Riley, and we have Rich. And I'm like, is that, we might see some competition between them at some point, because there's 4 members, there's only 2 tag belts, and I don't really see any of them going for like a main title, like an NXT like champion. I don't see that happening, and so it's very possible they may have a little something. We'll see. But thoughts on this matchup?
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, when you have Nathan and Axiom in there, they're always just gonna, like, they literally, every match that they have it like they're proving a point to someone. Like, that's just what I get every time they have a match, because they go so hard. And of course, Duke and Riley, they are no slouches themselves, but I just specifically like Axiom and Nathan. I feel like people been playing on their name, and so now they feel like they really got to do the most. And I love that they feel like they need to do the most, because they should, especially Axiom. Nathan, it's like here and there with me, because you be really trying Axiom, and that doesn't work for me. I just feel like Riley Osborne is gonna crash out. Like, I just don't think he's gonna, like, even when he was like congratulating Ridge, it was like, I really wasn't rocking with you. Like, that's essentially what he was saying. Like, I wasn't really rocking with you, but you seem all right now. And that's giving me fake. That's giving me, you really don't feel like Riley. Speak your truth, because you know what? A lot of people probably agree with you. Speak your truth. Don't feel like you got to be peer pressured because you got Thea over here hyperventilating, making you say something else. You got, Andre over here. He just happy to be champion, so he's gonna go whatever. Speak your truth, Riley. Seriously. And Duke is just there. He's just there. As long as he's getting his time, he don't care. I still don't trust Ridge. I still do not trust him. Great match, though. I really did enjoy it. It's a great opener. Axiom and Nathan are always gonna give you. Okay, it's between Nathan, Axiom, and Wes Lee, king of the openers. Every time they're in the open, it's gonna be a good match. Always.
Yeah, I'm with you there. All the time. I am with you there. I do think that they always deliver every time, and I'm gonna have. I'm with you there too. Nathan has been shenanigans. Um, but let's go on to our next matchup, which was Winnie Chu versus Lola Vice. And so before this, they did show Kalani searching for her Women's North America Championship title in the trainer's room. And so this match was not bad at all. Um, like not like necessarily terribly. I do think there were moments that were good, but then um, there were moments that seemed a little off, and I'm not really sure why. But they got a pretty solid amount of time, considering that sometimes these NXT matches can go really short. And so they felt like there was a nice even back and forth between Lola and Wendy to an extent, and then Kalani would come to get her Women's North American Championship back. And in that process, Lola would accidentally knock her Kalani out with a spinning back fist. And while the referee was then distracted, Wendy will then hit Lola with the championship inside of a pillowcase to win this matchup. Um, Afterwards, Kalani did offer Wendy a title match at No Mercy, but then she knocked down Wendy to kind of get her belt back. But it was, we will see what happens at No Mercy. I do think again, there were moments that kind of felt off or a little sloppy, but it was solid. Um, I don't know how I feel about the finish necessarily, but here we are. I guess we'll see how this is gonna work with Kalani's, having a new challenger, but also Wendy being that this is her new gimmick. How this is gonna work for kind of a title match, and so I'm looking forward to see how they're gonna get with that. But thoughts on this matchup?
Yeah, I was like, I didn't think it was a terrible match at all. I think that Wendy definitely wasn't in control for majority of it though. Um, I didn't like the finish, like, because it just didn't make sense for Kalani. Why wouldn't you just wait till the match is over? Like that really threw me off. And I just feel like that's gonna add to possibly Lola definitely coming for Kalani. Like I more than ever see Lola taking that title from Kalani just because of that interaction tonight. Because why would you do that? Why would you do that? You could have just waited. Like literally, I get it. She stole your title, but like a match is going on, and one of your friends is literally in the middle of the match, and you cost her the victory. I didn't understand it at all. But I'm glad she got her title back because yeah, stand on business. But I mean, you could have stood on business once the bell rang. That's all I'm saying. No, but I did enjoy this match. I think it was. Yeah, it wasn't like some I'm gonna be like 10 years from now, like this was it. But it's like it wasn't a bad match whatsoever. So, I'll take that. And Wendy Chu versus Kalani at No Mercy. Honestly, that wouldn't be my first choice for her to face, but I get, you got to trust the process. And again, I'm always going to trust HB Shizzle's process. So yeah.
Sometimes I have to trust his process. Most times I do. Sometimes he you know, yeah, I did mention that that's what she was looking for. So I guess with her. Sorry, my cat just was like, oh, you won, so here she comes. You know, could she have waited? Yeah, but I feel like I've seen too many people not wait for stuff. I feel like they always wait to like, let's go and do the most during this. Um, See, you messed up right there when you said Lil deserves better. No, she doesn't. She deserves less. She deserves less TV time. She deserves less wasting my Tuesdays. Somebody else deserved to be there. I don't know. That's what deserved. Okay, and y'all want to stop to poor Lola. She is fine. Okay, she's had a title shot before, and what did she get? Zero. She lost. Let it go. Bodysuits don't mean a thing. Okay, don't mean a thing. I'm sure somebody thought that Big Show might have looked nice in his little one piece. Okay, so well, we're gonna be beefing forever then, forever, like Cardi B says. Okay, wait, we play these games. Okay, poor Lola, she is fine. Okay, guys, gosh, um, um, there was a segment, like a pre-taped promo where it was Fallon and JC kind of with Jasmine kind of just introducing the Fatal Influence stable. I'm not sure how I feel necessarily about this title yet. Just because I don't know. I'm like, Fatal what? What is Fatal about, y'all? Like, are we okay, lackeys? All right. I don't know how like I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm sure there's a person. There might be some lady out there who was like, you know what, Big Show, I see the vibes. Not me, but someone. And I don't think the person's talking about it every time. I'm sure they're not. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is, you said had bodysuit and Big Show had one piece. Somebody like it. Somebody likes the vibes. Okay, I've seen enough. You'd be surprised what women you see online. Women like that. Not me, but someone. Um, but yeah, I'm not really sure how I feel about the name necessarily. But what were your thoughts on the promo?
I thought that we saw progress, but it seems that Fallon is still minding everybody else's business. Why do you care? Because you got a lot of followers. Why you looking? Look on your own page. Stop it. We was making progress, and here you come with this foolishness. And I'm blaming JC. And anyone could tell bad guy. Yeah, I'm blaming JC. 100%. I'm not really a fan of the name Fatal Influence. Like, I'm so sorry. I need to you know what? I'm gonna give it time for it to grow on me, because right now I've just heard it today, so I have to understand that it needs to sit in my brain, needs to soak in my brain juice, and then we'll see how I feel. Because right now I'm not into it, and I also feel like they shouldn't have had Jasmine Nix deliver the line, because I feel like it was not a lot of enthusiasm behind it, so it really didn't hit. And if you had maybe JC or Fallon say it 100%, I feel like they have a little more oomph behind when they say what they're saying. Jasmine definitely could get there. It's just like right now, I'm not hearing the vindication, like the sorry, vindication, Jesus Christ, hearing the conviction when she says things, and so it's just like not carrying. So maybe that's why the name is just not sitting well with my spirit at the moment. Listen, you better leave pure PFC alone. Leave PFC alone. That it is a good and well fine name. I was like fighting for my life trying. But yeah, I mean, we'll see where this goes. I hope they don't spend their whole time minding everybody else's business. I hope there's a little bit more behind this.
That's probably what it is, because Fallon's in it. That's all they're going to be doing, is minding business. And let me tell you, it definitely does sound like a Lifetime movie or a show that I watch on the ID channel. Just Fatal Attraction, those type of stuff. All of a sudden, it's going to be like they was happy until there wasn't black and white photo, and now stuff gets real. That's literally the ID channel. So I guess I don't I don't like know how I feel about the maybe either. So I guess we'll see. I don't like to let things marinate too much though. So and that's just because I saw this that I get to respond. Yes, like I said last week. If Shahida is gone, something's wrong with me. Something happened. I'm sick. I'm ill. That kidnapped. Something happened. If the Hayden is not here, if the Hayden is not on 100 every time, something's wrong. Okay, it's gonna be forever. Okay, I'm gonna be in my grave. Somebody's gonna mention. I'm like, oh, let me just pop in really quick to say whack, and then go back to the ethers where I need to rest because playing games. There was then the number one contender gauntlet eliminator to find out who will challenge Roxanne next. And so this match opened up with Ren Sinclair and Soroka, and pretty solid open with them. And then they added Adriana Rizzo, but Soroka would take out Adriana with a spin out powerbomb, which was the first elimination. And then we got Brindley in as the fourth, and then Kendall Gray at five. Kendall hit like a spinning power slam on Brindley and eliminated her. And then Jada was the last woman to win. Then Jada would eliminate Kendall with like a hip slam. And then Soroka took out Ren with the Soul Snatcher, which always top tier. And then, I think we kind of said that this we thought we were going to happen with this. Jada would then take out Soroka with a hypnotic to win this gauntlet. I do think that some of this was really good. I do think that there was also things that did not do well, and this is probably just some inexperience because there's a lot of newbies in this regard, and as far as not necessarily all newbie wrestlers, but then you have some who might be new to WWE system, and I think it's like Ren. I've seen her, Maddie, on anything. So like, that's the way I believe it was said. So I'm guessing that's what it's called. But if it's hey. But I do think there was moments that definitely was a bit like hard, especially for Kendall. I felt like there were excuse me, not Kendall. Just yeah, it was Kendall who like I don't know, just kind of struggled at parts. I do think that obviously Soroka was really one of the top ones in this, and Ren. But I say this because Ren does have experience outside of WWE. I remember watching her stuff in the Indies, and so I felt like they definitely kept people on the time, and that was good. I was a little bit surprised to have because originally there was supposed to be like Carmen was supposed to be in this. Like in the beginning, Izzy basically attacked Carmen, and then she couldn't be cleared for the gauntlet. So that's when Ava did announce that Brindley would take the spot. So, it's kind of I'm not sure why they went that route with it as far as like kind of taking Carmen out of that and replacing her, but I guess we'll see. Obviously Jada got in last, and so she had the least amount of work to do. But I do think that with the group outside, because Soroka kind of just had this opportunity that she's the next person to make sense. And obviously this is basically stalling, and I think it's stalling because you still got Stephanie and Julia coming. So I do think this is mostly just to give her something to do until we get them. But this was decent. It wasn't terrible. Jada also did give like a promo afterwards that she was going to be the difference maker. And I'm like, I like Jada, but sometimes you just got to decide. Hi, Matthew. Though it's a very dry high, so I don't know. I might have to take my high back. I might have to move the high back and keep it stuck in limbo because I don't know how I feel about this. But I don't know. I felt like Jada saying she was gonna be. I'm like, girl, no, I like you, but I'm sorry. Like, Roxanne already went to people that are better than you. I'm gonna need you not to be like, you gotta say things that make some sense, you know? But like, be confident, but like, I need you to just know where you are. Like, I just need those levels of like, see, you understood the vibes. It was just like hi. I'm like, oh, okay, well, hi back. Feel like how Daria feels. Like it was just new energy. Um, but yeah, I like Jada, but I'm just like, girl, I'm gonna need you just to knock that down a peg. Sounds like some heat over there because I'm speaking facts. Okay, I will always be a hater. But thoughts on this gauntlet?
All right, let me get my glasses here. So I just wanted to bring up some things from this. Adriana Rizzo, she gagged the hell out of me. Listen, she did so good in this match in her short little bit of time. I even like her little unique kip up. I think it's very different, but it's impactful. I really like it. So I just have to say that, like, girl, you did your big one. You really did. I definitely did like that. I love that they gave Ren this time, and I just love that she's getting so much screen time, so much time to really show what she could, put on the floor, because I feel like she was out of sight, out of mind for so many months, and now we're getting so much of her, and I really like that because she's entertaining to me. Her stuff with the NQCC, I enjoy it. It's funny. It's funny to see the dynamic because she's driving young Charles insane. So that's funny to me. Soul, obviously, she was doing her big one. Like, of course, I don't need to say nothing. Brindley was great too. I love the double suplex and then into the double clothesline. It was cute. Kendall, girl, yeah. My issue with her is it's just like it's just given like when I sit up on one of my old when I used to play WWE games, and I just made like a random character, a random blonde. Like I just need a little bit more. Cause like it's just giving random blonde woman suplexes everyone. Like, girl, we can get that anywhere. I need you to like, come on. Like, I need a little bit more. Even the last name Gray, it's a little dry. I need something more. You beautiful. You get down in the ring. That's all well and good. But I need to know if you can talk. I need to know if you can pull me in. And right now, I don't know that. All I know is that you be bullying Miles Bourne. That's all I know about you is you bully Miles Bourne. That's the only thing. So we need that to work out. Jada, I feel like we all knew Jada was definitely going to win this. So I'm not really shocked about that. And again, I do feel like because I just don't feel like it would be Jada's time to beat someone of like of Roxanne's caliber. Like, and that's not even an insult. It's just like Roxanne is crazy. She's so different. Like, she is generational. I don't care. Like, something. Listen, woo, Roxanne, because I could go on for hours. Anyways, Jada Parker, I'm happy for you. I think this is definitely going to be her best match loading. Her best match so far is the one she had with Michin, but when she has a match with Roxanne, 100% gonna be her best match.
Sorry, it's a good coming. Yeah, I love me some Roxanne. It's my girlie right there. But I've been a Roxanne fan since before NXT. So, whereas I don't know. I just felt like that was a regular hi. That's a hi you tell somebody you don't like. You're like, hi. And I like those vibes. I like those vibes. But yes, let's get to the next match with people I don't particularly like too much. Which is Hank and Tank versus Luke and Carl. Um, so this match wasn't terrible, you know. Um, there was some stuff happened. There was some decent stuff. I felt that was okay. Um, I was surprised at the end. I'll say that. Tank would basically get Luke out of the ring and then basically do like a running power slam type move with Hank, and they actually would beat Luke and Carl, which personally I'm okay with because I don't like those guys. And so I'm like, you know what? Thank you, Hank. Thank you for doing the service. I already have the other nonsense already, and so like now at least this made up a little bit. So it wasn't like a crazy like match, but it was not bad either. And so I was like, okay, I'm okay with this. Uh, Booker T, I think, called the finish. That's it. And so I'm not really, I don't know how I feel about that necessarily. Sometimes it's just like when to stop saying certain things. But I think Carl and Luke was trying to like stop them celebrating, and then the security like stopped that from happening. And so we'll see how this goes. I guess as far as if they're gonna get some more leverage. But personally, since I do not like Luke or Carl, I was okay with Hick and Take winning because we didn't need that. We didn't need Chad. We don't need a Chad at all. Just because, just yes. Uh, uh, yeah. I mean, I guess you would call it upset, but it wasn't upset for me. I was okay with this. I was okay with this because nobody. I don't even know why they back. Like, why are they here? I just know. I don't even want to acknowledge them being good brothers because I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for them being here. There's nothing good about them being here. They're not my brothers, so I don't care about any of that. I'm just, they're here, taking up TV time. But thoughts on which was clearly a victory for
Katrina. I just like, cause what, like, I'm so sorry, like, cause what, what is there, like, what are they, like, I don't understand, like, okay, they got tight shorts on, tight jean shorts at that. So it's like, what do they do? Like, what's the, like, I just like feel like what would, I can't, looks related to Luke Gallows. Ooh, that's a white man. What do you mean?
That's terrible. I'll be offended.
Um, what I'm trying to say is, I still am not on board with Hank and Tank. I was gonna say something about stank, but I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna stop rhyming. I'm gonna leave that to John Cena. I will stop rhyming at this very moment. I mean, I guess like they want to push the future, sure, but I'm just like, poor Good Brothers. It's just so dark sided. Like literally, I can't believe it. I'm still stuck on like, what do you mean look related to Luke Gallows? That's all my thoughts. Like I can't even think anymore.
Crazy stuff. And ew, no. Why would I like his beard? What does that mean? Yeah, I'll be his niece, alright. Be a niece taking something and hoping he get fired still. Putting that in the universe. No, but why would I care about his beard? What is that supposed to mean? I don't like beards. I'm like I don't care about his beard. Like that he's not somebody attractive, he's not Roman, where I might be like, all right, I see the vision. I don't care. I don't care about but sorry, my cat's just having, get bucked back there. But here we are. I was okay with the win because nobody asked for the Good Brothers to be on my TV. There was also a fight backstage between Malik Idris and Sean Spears versus basically like a thing that ended with Brooks Jensen kind of checking on Sean Spears, which I'm like, I mean, all right, I'm not really sure what we're doing with this, but thoughts on that brawl?
I just think it's so funny how Idris and Malik all of a sudden care so much about Jensen when he was crashing out for months on Instagram. And I was in the comments. I didn't see y'all in the comments. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't see neither one of you in the comments when we was trying to hold him down when he was crashing out on Instagram. We didn't see you. I didn't see you. So I'm just a little bit confused as to now they got they Superman cape on. They trying to save, but you wasn't worried about it until King Sean Spears came up. He stepped up. Nobody else wanted to step up. Josh Briggs didn't want to step up. Fallon definitely didn't want to step up. She was too busy minding somebody else's business. But Sean Spears stepped up. And now y'all want to pipe up. Now y'all want to speak. No. I'm not going for it. And why y'all jumping? Jumping is so sick. Why would you be jumping these days? I'm sorry, try not to laugh. Seriously, jumping is terrible. Only certain people should be able to jump. Other than that, nobody else should be jumping. So why y'all jumping? It's very nasty. And Jensen, you better get them.
Yeah, I don't like Sean Spears though, so you know, I try and no, I can't. I don't like his face. I don't really like something about the face. Just like come up there with Donnie Wahlberg for me. Donnie didn't do nothing to me either. I just don't like his face either, and so sometimes it he's that way. Uh, so there was like I I don't know if I want to say this is like is this is like more like a segment, I guess. But Charlie, I guess, was celebrating his Heritage Cup, and Ren, for whatever reason, kept interrupting, saying that the Heritage Cup champion would fight anybody. Which I'm like, girl, I mean, sometimes it's okay to be quiet. You know, it's okay sometimes to just hush it up a little bit. Just hush it up. And in that, Obafemi did arrive, which seemed to have shocked the Quarter Catch crew. But the family did arrive pretty quickly, and Tony basically sent the rest of his crew out to North Quarter Catch crew. But Tony then like would do a spine buster to Oba, which I'm like, see, I don't like these vibes. Because first of all, how are you gonna say Oba is all these things, and you have raggedy Tony just thinking he why? Now you can pick up Obafemi, but you can even beat up Ilya Dragunov. Like I'm supposed to believe this? Call me shocked. I'm shocked. I'm like, all right, I guess. And so there's a really short thing, but I guess it, Oba could take on Tony D'Angelo, I guess. And while not that Tony's like small, because it's not even that, it's just like I said, he lost to Ilya Dragunov, and so I'm just like, but I feel like maybe this will be one of those things that'll just be a nice match. But I don't know how. Like I feel like while I don't know how I feel about necessarily having like Charlie and the No Quarter Catch involved in the regard that he just won it like back and like won the thing, and so it's like why would you have it? Um, why would you have it get interrupted in this way if you're trying to make them more credible? I feel like they get a little bit of credibility back and then they take it in some other way. And so I don't know how I feel about that. But, and like I know he's stocky and all, but I'm just like, again, he lost to Ilya Dragunov. I'm gonna need you to understand that part. Okay. I'm from New York as well. I haven't used Brawler for a long time. So I don't know. I'm just saying that I don't know. I just can't take him seriously beating up Oba Femi when Oba was picking up two big guys with ease. But Tony Biro. And yes, we can't talk about that. But that's why she had time to go. He can fight anybody. Cause I'm like, you gotta know, you don't write checks your mouth can't cash. You don't write checks for your friends. You don't do that. But like, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like that's gonna probably be at some point. It's probably gonna be a problem. I do feel that. But thoughts on this segment?
Ren gotta calm down. Now you overstepping. But I do like the dynamic. I think it just like makes them more interesting. But also, girl, don't be talking over that man. He just now became the mouthpiece. Let him talk. All right, don't do that again. I hope this is the last time. I don't think it is. I don't think it is, but I hope it's the last time. Oba actually pissed me off, and I like Oba. Like he's definitely won me over, but why are you out here? Because I feel like I know you're not trying to go for like the Heritage Cup. Like why are you out there? I know you're not out there because somebody said something about some prestige. You was trying to be on some foolishness, and that would piss me off because you just stay with what you got there, sir. You got what you got. Don't be trying to take stuff from other people. I'm done, and you better leave Charlie alone. And I'm that serious. Also, Tony, listen, he was eating that outfit up. I'm saying, oh my God, this is the best you done had. This is a great outfit. If I was a dude, I would totally wear it. But I'm not. So you will not catch me in it anytime soon. But that was a great outfit. And I just feel like he needed to do that because Oba was actually being so dismissive and disrespectful to this man for like the past 3 weeks. Tony needed to stand up. Like he needed to, what did Meek Mill say to Cody? Get up. That's how I felt every time Oba was disrespecting Tony like that. And Tony was just letting it rock. No. So that spine buster it's for justice. That was a justice buster. Justice buster. Sorry. I don't know what that word made me laugh. I'm sorry. But that's my thoughts.
Looking like Beetlejuice. Yeah, I just, here we are. Here we are. There was also a segment, I guess, Ren dropped the Heritage Cup with Jerron Evans backstage as she was running, and then Gallus confronted Javon, who then got backed up by Cedric Alexander. I do feel like it was kind of just like I get it, but also semi misplaced because it's like sometimes like just timing of segments for me personally. But this leads us into Asante, the Adonis, the guy who doesn't, I don't know what's going on. The guy who gets no women because he went to shenanigans. Versus Dion Lennox after he complained last week because Dion was reading. So Adonis was trying to speak to 3 women from the performance center before the match, but they didn't even care about him. See, it happens you don't read. They wanted to speak to Dion instead. And so this is, okay, I guess. Adonis did, some stuff and like he like slapped Dion pretty hard, and I found like this was kind of where he got a little bit more focused with regards to Dion getting more focused. But I don't know, it was okay. He basically raked Dion's eyes and then kind of sent him through first to top rope, and then did his the I think it's called the long kiss goodnight, which is like a sweet chin. Uh, but I don't know, like how. I mean, it's over. You know, it is okay. This is what we asked him for. Again, he asked for this match randomly because the guy was reading crazy stuff. But we'll see how this goes. Like, if anything, this will make Dion they take him more seriously because it is implying that people like him backstage, whatever. But it's like I'm not really sure what was the point of having the match for Adonis to win in that way. Like, I don't know. Stop.
That's, you know what, Jeffrey? That's clever. That's a clever name. I actually appreciate it. I'm just trying to figure out. I wanted to speak about the segment right before because Gallus, what do you mean proper wrestling? I'm gonna need y'all to elaborate when y'all said that. Because listen, what are you getting at? And why is Ren just leaving the Heritage Cup just sitting around anywhere? Like, she's starting to grind my gears, as Peter Griffin would say. She's grinding my gears. But yeah, the match itself was very basic. It wasn't nothing too out of. I wouldn't say it was like terrible either. I think that they both, did their thing. It just was like it wasn't like nothing really for me to really be like, ah. I will say when Dion made Ashanti fly, that was very interesting. Is he like Clark Kent? I'm trying to figure out what is his character. Is he Clark Kent? Because I'm getting vibes that he's Clark Kent. Like, obviously he can't be Clark Kent because copyright stuff, but he's clearly Clark Kent. Clearly. So like I just need to know what's going on. He just needs a little bit more character for me. Like, the look is there, obviously. He has like this presence as well, and I do think he has a lot going on in terms of in-ring wise, but what is the character? It cannot be a sensitive guy that reads. Like, that cannot be. No, you can take that to One Tree Hill. That's not gonna work on NXT. We need a little bit more. But I'm willing to again give HB Shizzle time to cook and see where this goes.
Yeah. It's terrible, honestly. When it be all not getting himself together. The book is great. The book's great. Good question. Good question. I don't know. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. How he got there that fast. I'm with you there. I definitely do think it's crazy that he got there match fast. But she got there match fast. But we'll see. That is true. CW for the drama. This now leads us to the segment with Lex King basically interrupting Jakara Jackson Lash Legend as they were preparing for a match with Fatal Influence, and they didn't really want to hear what he had to say, or didn't really seem that interested. So I was like, all right, well, this random segment. Thoughts?
The Meta-Two, huh? Huh. So this is what we doing. But you know what? Jakara Lash, you are exceptional women, so I'm okay with sharing that name with you. I mean, I'm rooting for them because, again, Fallon and JC just being mad because they have more followers is a little bit ridiculous. And you just need a little bit of a humbling at this point. Lexus, I'm still so hurt at what you did to Eddie. I'm trying to get through. I'm trying to get past it. It's a lot, but I should be a little bit over it by next week, and I can go back to praising you. Right now, I'm upset, so I'm not.
It is truly, we thought long and hard. We did, and I'm terrible with names. And then Shay came with it. I was like, this. These are the vibes. This works. This is what we're doing. So I'm like, oh, it's tough. It's tough indeed. But I give it a pass a little bit. They better not do this again. That's all I'm saying. There's only one fabulous duo, and that is us. This now leads us to our number one contender match, which was Pete Dunne versus Joe Hendry versus Wes Lee. And so this, you know, there was a an interview basically with Wes Lee and Joe Hendry, were basically interviewed at the same time, where Joe kind of felt away about Wes Lee talking down about TNA, and you know during this there was also like Pete Dunne basically interrupting to say that he had claimed to the title, blah blah blah, and so I was like, all right. So Ethan Page was doing commentary, where he seems to have gotten along pretty well with the T. Pete Dunne and Wes Lee did attack Joe Hendry before the bell. Uh, but once the bell did ring, they couldn't apparently get along. Uh, there was a moment where Joe like lifted Wes Lee head first into Dunne's Pete Dunne, which was like, and then he did like a leaping cannonball. The crowd really seemed to like that. Wes Lee also was about to do like a handspring, but Pete was able to catch his hand, break his fingers, and then Joe would like wipe out Wes Lee with like a standing ovation, I believe that's what it's called, on the announce table. But I thought this, was really well. I thought that both Pete and Wes Lee let Joe also really shine in this. It was really, 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 really good. I think the crowd was really into it. He definitely looked really good. All of them did. They did. But I felt like, if you're going about like, if you're trying to make this like a really good like main event, which I think they did, this was a fantastic match. I really liked it. And Joe Hendry will win and become the new number one contender. And so why I'm not really sure how well necessarily this will play out with Ethan and Joe in this NXT setting, because I do think sometimes certain promotions change how certain things can be. I do think that both of them will have a good match. I really do, and I do think that the crowd will be behind it. I did think he was winning just because it was so like all this extra. I felt like you gotta have Joe Hendry be here as many times. You might as well give him the shot. And so it made sense that he you know got the win on this. We also are supposed to have like at some point this, because there's still like you think Triple Williams in this, being that there was still that thing happening as well, and then you also have the like Wes Lee with the Rascals. He had a lot of stuff going on with that. And so there are a lot of, stuff going on. And so to me, I think Joe was the right move in this regard, only because there's all this other side stuff happening with the other two. But he will be the one going for the NXT Championship against Ethan Page at No Mercy. But again, I thought it was a really good match. Thoughts?
I love triple threats. They just always deliver. Like, I can't think of many triple threats that did not deliver. And what I love the most about it is towards the end, it kind of reminded me, if I could think of like on the spot, Jeffrey's about to say something, the triple threat between Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, and The Miz, one specific Raw. And the end was everyone's storyline got fed. Samoa Joe came out, attacked Seth. Bray Wyatt came out, attacked Finn. Like, it was just so much going on and so many stories were being fed. And I felt like that's how this match was. Like, so many different stories were told. You have Pete and Trick. You got, obviously after the match with, Zachary and Wes. And then you got Ethan and Joe. But that's been brewing since the big battle royal match. So it's just like everything was being fed. It was beautiful. It was fantastic. Ethan just continues to make me laugh because he's just so quick. He's so quick on his feet. Like, even when he was having the banter with Pete backstage and Pete was like, oh, you just got here. And he's like, yeah, I just got here and I'm already champ. And that's still on your to-do list. Like, quick, just, I'm sorry, but like his mouth is lethal. Jeffrey, don't stop. But yeah, no, I really, really enjoyed this match. It was so good. I think we all knew Joe was definitely winning. Do I see him winning the title? Now that is something I don't know. And I don't like to guess because a lot of times HBK has shown he likes to just do random things. Like he will do it. And sometimes he will literally have someone win a title and then lose it like 2 weeks later. So I don't know what he is willing to do. I don't know. I kind of like it because it's like, very spontaneous, but don't play. Not with Ethan. We're not doing spontaneity when it comes to Ethan and that title. No. But I think they will have a very fun match. And I think this is such a great thing for NXT and for TNA. This little partnership has been chef's kiss. And yeah, they eating up. I love it, honestly. Yeah.
And so we have reached the end of our NXT episode for today. But this pretty solid show for the most part, even with some shenanigans. But thank you guys as always for hanging out with us on this Tuesday on the Meta-Two, the real Meta-Two. Just saying, because there's two of us. Only one, everybody's favorite duo is us. But thank you so much as always, guys, for hanging out with us in the shenanigans in the comments. Yes, well, that's what I was saying in regards to I think probably why I didn't have Wes win it. You got to deal with that, So we'll see how this plays out. But Shay, tell people, what you got going on and where they can find you.
Yes. You can find me at Shay Sawyer _ on Twitter, where I'm mostly tweeting about Love Island, and I don't care, Seth Rollins. You can also catch me on Twitch at Shay Sawyer, and you can catch a new episode of the Big Pop Theory podcast on all the platforms where you can listen to podcasts. Because I'm not going to go on a list. Like, literally a list. Like, you guys know. Come on. Yeah, and yeah, that's it. Where can we find you, girl?
You guys can find me in Cat We Trust on most social media platforms, everywhere the E is a 3, except for Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Okay, well, that's a little bit more enthused, so I'll give you that. That was an enthusiasm that I like to see, unlike some other comments, But you guys can follow me there and just keep a lookout on my channel. I'm doing 20 things always, since I feel like I'm always delayed with everything happening. But I'm here for these. I just feel like so delayed with everything else. But I'm a mama, and mama was busy today. I was doing a lot of I had to teach my kitty and her band how it is to kind of work me with somebody who does professional photos and video, and so it could be a lot. If any wrestling people know, it takes a lot of work. And so I'm tired as heck, but I am so glad you guys made this super fun as always. And we appreciate you too, Jeffrey, and the rest of you, even some of you guys with these shenanigans. You know who I'm talking about. Let's feel you. Just feel y'all. Just saying. You, yep. But you gave me a goodbye, and so my cat. I never know where she went. I'm surprised she didn't do more because as soon as she saw my laptop, I saw her head poke out, and I was like, "Here she goes!" Like she just knew my laptop opened. There's no sound, and she knew. And so, maybe next week she'll make an appearance. Get her producer credits. She's gonna make a coins like everybody else. But we love you guys, and we will catch you guys next week.